The Winecoff Hotel first opened its doors in 1913 in Atlanta, Georgia. One of the tallest and most ornate buildings in the city at the time, covering over 4,300 square feet with 200 rooms, the building even claimed to be absolutely fireproof. Despite these claims, the building had a serious flaw in its design. The building was built in a square with 15 rooms per floor and had only a single point of egress. Both the elevators and the stairs occupied the center of the building. According to the City of Atlanta building codes in 1911, any building exceeding 5,000 square feet shall provide at least 2 continuous lines of stairs remote from each other. Because the Winecoff was under the 5,000 square feet, requiring it to have at least 2 separate sets of stairs, it was permitted to only have the one, leaving a 200-room hotel capable of housing over 300 people with only a single set of stairs and elevator. The hotel had a single fire alarm located in the lobby that was required to be activated by hotel personnel. The hotel had no sprinkler system installed.
Built in 1913 by architect William Lee Stoddard, the Winecoff Hotel was located in the heart of Atlanta and was a picturesque example of luxury lodging in Georgia. The hotel boasted 15 stories in a European-style design. The Winecoff Hotel was built in compliance with 1911 building codes. Over 30 years later, there were little to no updates made to improve fire safety. As noted on the postcard from the time, the Winecoff was advertised as absolutely fireproof. The construction of the building included a brick exterior and steel beams. The bold claim of fireproof unfortunately did not include basic fire suppression or detection equipment, sprinkler systems, smoke detectors, fire doors, or exterior fire escapes. In the early morning hours of December 7th, 1946, the Winecoff Hotel was at max capacity with 280 guests, including the hotel owner and his wife. At around 3:30 a.m., a fire was detected on the 5th floor by an elevator operator. At 3:42, the first alarm was dispatched to the hotel, and by 3:49, 4 alarms were dispatched to the hotel. The sought-after European-style design of the building included 2 elevator shafts and 1 stairwell that ran up the center of the hotel. As the fire intensified, smoke and flame began pouring into the central shaft, creating a massive chimney effect within the hotel. Since the central shaft contained the only means of egress, all guests above the 3rd story of the building became almost instantly trapped, leaving their only alternative to plead for help at their windows or barricade themselves within their rooms. Interestingly enough, multiple people survived by sealing themselves within their hotel rooms, avoiding smoke and flame. On the arrival of the fire department, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th floor were completely involved. Atlanta Fire Department had ladders from 55 to 100 feet, making rescue above the 8th floor impossible. This meant half the hotel was completely inaccessible by the fire department for rescue. In the early morning darkness, the fire department began seeing victims' bodies plummeting through the thick smoke that poured out of the hotel and landing on the street. Of the 280 guests, 119 died, making this still the most deadliest hotel fire in United States history.
Strategies and Tactics of the Winecoff Hotel Fire by John Simon. On this day in 1946, 119 people died in the deadliest hotel fire in American history. The 15-story hotel was built in 1913 and was touted to be fireproof with no fire protection systems. There were no fire escapes, no sprinklers, no fire alarms, and all the interior furnishings were highly combustible and in some instances flammable. The 194 rooms were wrapped around a central staircase that wound its way around from the bottom to the top along the elevator shafts, this creating a perfect chimney, and the fire and the smoke moved with great speed. The first engine and ladder companies arrived within 30 seconds of the call. By that time, people were already jumping from the windows. Firefighters were hampered, and in some cases injured by falling bodies. The Atlantic Fire Department mustered 385 firefighters, 22 engine companies, and 11 ladder trucks, 4 of which were aerial ladder units.
As mentioned before, The Winecoff Hotel was one of the largest buildings in Atlanta. On December 7th, 1964, the hotel burned down, becoming the deadliest hotel fire in U.S. history, and so it remains to date. The night of the fire, there was 304 guests checked in. A total of 119 people died, including 32 who either jumped or fell out of the windows. 40 of the guests were high school students on a YMCA trip. Sadly, 30 didn't make it. There were 65 non-fatal injuries, and 120 people were rescued free of harm. The Winecoff Hotel fire is often compared to other devastating fires, including the LaSalle Hotel fire, which occurred earlier that same year, taking the lives of 61 people. The Windsor Hotel fire, killing 86 people, and one of the most recent hotel fires, the MGM Grand Hotel fire in 1980, with a death toll of 95.
In this section, I'll be going over code changes due to the Winecoff Hotel fire. A few of the subjects I'll be talking about are the 1947 National Conference on Fire Prevention, the NFPA Building Exits Code of 1927, operable transoms, ASTM E84, and NFPA 255. On May 6 to May 8, 1947, President Harry S. Truman held the President's Conference on Fire Prevention in response to the hotel fires in 1946. The conference discussed the losses of human life and property and responsibility for fire safety. The Winecoff Hotel fire spotlighted problems with unprotected stairwells, which provided paths for the spread of smoke and fire, preventing the use of the stairwells as an exit during a fire. As a result, the NFPA Building Exits Code of 1927 was revised, and according to ASTM E84 and NFPA 255 standards, certain materials need to be tested for flame spread. During the conference, President Truman created Fire Prevention Week beginning October 5, 1947. The stairwells in the Winecoff Hotel were not enclosed with fire-resistant doors and had a single exit stairwell admitted by Atlanta Building Code of 1911 because the lot was less than 5,000 square feet. According to NFPA 101, the NFPA Building Exits Code of 1927 set forth principles requiring multiple protected means of egress. However, the verbiage of the code was intended for building contractors and not used in legal legislation. After the Winecoff Hotel fire, the code was refined to enact into law. The code also addressed the issue of finished combustion, detection and alarm systems, and building occupancy ratings. Since then, the code has been revised and is now known as Safety to Life from Fire in Buildings and Structures in the NFPA 101 Life Safety Code. Operable transoms are window units above doors. As a direct result of the Winecoff Hotel fire, operable transoms are no longer allowed to be used in guest rooms. Open transoms and windows in rooms allowed fresh air for combustion, causing the fire to spread rapidly. After the Winecoff Hotel fire, the tunnel test was introduced. The test is used to research the spread of fire across the surface of a test sample, giving a flame spread index. Combustible materials such as wallpaper and painted burlap fabric were used in the Winecoff Hotel, resulting in multiple flashovers, which were a major cause of the spread of the fire on each floor. After the Winecoff Hotel fire, the building was equipped with a fire alarm and sprinkler system and reopened in April 1951 as the Peachtree Hotel. In 1967, the building was donated and turned into elderly housing. And in October 2007, after a $23 million refurbishment, it reopened as the Ellis Hotel. The Winecoff Hotel fire remains the deadliest hotel fire in U.S. history.